All right, you are live. What's going on, everybody? Coach Chrispect, the wise guy, on Instagram and on YouTube. Hit that notification bell wherever it is and smash that like button right now. I'm going to hang out with everybody live and we're going to talk about retail arbitrage because that is what I am doing. So, um, if you're joining me and you're interested about selling on Amazon, we'll talk about that as well. But the next 12 to 13 weeks are going to be a heavy volume of retail arbitrage and sourcing products from a variety of stores and teaching people how to do retail arbitrage. So I'll try to go live. I'm the worst at going live on YouTube. I'm just not consistent, but I've wrote it down in my book and I am taking great notes of my journey with pages and pages of receipts. So let me turn on the chat. If you guys have any questions about retail arbitrage, then start commenting below in the chat. Let me know where you're from, where you're tuning in from. I'll be curious to know where you're from. And let me know what you do. Do you do retail arbitrage? Do you prefer private label? Do you do wholesale? What is it that you like to do? Ccash, hashtag Ccash. If you're wanting to join my club, the club is essentially everything that I offer is going to be packed into one. So join now, link will be in the bio. So retail arbitrage, let's get right into it. Retail arbitrage, what are my goals for the next 12 weeks, 13 weeks? What are my goals? We'll talk a little bit about that in my video. We'll talk a little bit about what I'm trying to accomplish, so that if you guys are trying to parallel what I'm doing and trying to accomplish the same things, first and foremost, I'm trying to double the amount of sales that I make. I'm trying to double the amount of sales that I make, meaning right now we do about $40,000 per month in sales. We're actually a little bit more. We have peaks and highs and lows. I'm trying to double it to 80, meaning I want to get to $1 million in sales for the year. And we've had a lot of growth and then we've dropped. Then we've had growth and then we dropped. So I'm trying to use the next 10 to 12 weeks to really push my business to $1 million business. I feel like if I can work hard and put in time that is planned and specific to getting inventory to Amazon, then I should be able to accomplish my goals. Obviously, a big part of our business is private label. We do a lot of private label volume. I have a brand. It's an umbrella brand, and under that umbrella brand reaches a lot of niches: sporting goods, pets, automotive, what else? Baby, and we're looking into a lot more, a lot, a few other, not a lot, but a few other brands as well. So we do make a huge chunk of our income from private label. Retail arbitrage, however, is where most of the people who see me on YouTube come and watch me. They see what videos I'm putting out there, how they can start their business, and how they can start with $100 or $500 or, you know, products from their home and not even spend any money and launch their Amazon store with little to nothing. Or if they have capital, then they can obviously launch a fairly productive store right away. And then obviously using the tools and the specific structured systems that I've either put forward from what I've learned or created from scratch, like grass. Grass is created from scratch. Grass is a system that I developed because I took what worked for me and put it in order and then put it out there, and I put it out there in the world so that everybody can follow along. You know, Chris, how do I get to $500 a month income, like profit for myself? Follow grass, grow your inventory, run auto pricing, run an ad, scan everything, you know, and so we're going to talk about retail arbitrage primarily in this video. And again, if you have any questions, first smash that like button right now. Let me know in the comment below, what do you want to know about retail arbitrage? If you have questions about what stores do you go to other than Dollarama, because obviously, you know, the last 80 of 100 videos I made were Dollarama focused. So if you want to know other stores that I go to, let me know in the comment section below. If you want to know what sells, I've been recently posting on my Instagram, The Wise Guy, THEWYSE guy, on Instagram. I've been posting on my stories the top 5 categories that I spend the most money in: baby, electronics, toys, commodities. The whole point is to teach you guys while I'm taking action. So while I'm in stores and while I'm sourcing, I'm teaching. While I am going to different places, I'm teaching. You know, and the stores seems to be a great place to do that. So if you don't yet follow me on Instagram, jump over to Instagram and follow me there. So let's get right into it, guys. So my goals: double my revenue. We average $40,000 a month in revenue, and I want to get to an average of $80,000 per month in revenue. Okay, break that down. 80,000 divided by 30 equals 2,000. I think it's $800 or something like that. $2,800 per day. Let's just call it $3,000 per day. $9,000. $3,000 per day translates to $90,000 per month. So it's like $2,800 or so per day. So that's what I want to see my sales get to each and every time: $2,800. It's easy. It's honestly easy to get to 1,000. It really doesn't take much. You could have one private label product or 2 private label products and a bunch of retail arbitrage products and get to $40,000 per month in sales. That's not a problem. Getting to $80,000 a month is really going to take some work on you just going out there and pounding the pavement and dumping the equity that you've earned back into your business. So again, the goal is to get to $1 million store. And for the next 13 weeks, 10 to 13 weeks, depending on how long I want to really work this for, the next 10 to 13 weeks, we're going to send 600 units to Amazon every week. So 600 units. If you think about it, I teach in my course, C Cash, Coach Chrispect's Amazon Selling Hustle. I teach sellers to source 500 units of product on their first product. That's really what most coaches are teaching or mentors are teaching their students is to source 500 units so that you can build your brand. It is important to have enough stock and inventory to build your brand. And 500 seems to be enough to give away enough to price it low so that you're generating sales. So all these strategies to help you generate sales, to help your product rise to the top of the searches of your product, whether it be for your main keyword or 20, 30 different keywords, you can rise to the very top of the page one for each and every keyword that somebody would search for your product. By having enough inventory just helps that process. But I also teach another process which is called hybrid arbitrage, which is to not buy 500 units, but to buy 5 products with 100 units of each, and to really work quicker and to really skip the process of branding and go straight into the process of selling the product. So that's what hybrid is. And hybrid is a whole course on its own. Wish it was out, but it's not right now. I'm still working on it. There's some things I got to really tweak. That's why it's not out. But it's important that it's right and it's effective for all the people who are looking to join the club. See cash. So my goal is 10 to 13 weeks, 600 units in retail arbitrage world per week shipped to Amazon. So week 1 we got to 600 and like, I just did a video and actually showed it on there, but it was like 650 units week 1. Week 2 we got to 583 units. So we're averaging a little bit more than 600 units. We fell short week 2 by 17 units. My wife literally said, Chris, why don't you go out? You know, we had done our shipping plan, we had counted our inventory, we had spent some time in our living room going over every product, creating a shipping plan, adding all the quantities, and at the end, so she said, why don't you go out and get those 17 units, because she knows how important it is for me to hit my targets. But failing by 13 units is not a fail to me. It is a success that I sent 583 units in. And in fact, the 583 units that I sourced were a lot more expensive than the first week's 650 units. Probably double the cost that I spent. So equity wise, look, if I'm spending $4 a unit times 600 units, that's $2,400. Okay, this is not a low cost goal, but I'm at a level where the revenue I have coming in every bi-monthly, excuse me, is enough revenue to fund shopping for new inventory and growing my width of inventory, my selection in my storefront, and then the depth of the inventory that's been selling hot to be able to source a lot of inventory of the products that are selling really, really well. So, you know, and again, this all goes back to the fundamental system GRASS, GRASS, that I created to help new Amazon sellers make money right away while selling on Amazon. Look, if you're 20 years old and you go on Amazon, you start your business today and you scan products in your home, look, you got a bunch of toys that you've never played with, and you got a bunch of comics and a bunch of books and some unpackaged school supplies and some textbooks from university, and you know, you scan those products and it looks like you got 10 good products that can make you like $50. That's your shipment. That's the beginning of your shipment. You take those 10, you throw them in a box. You go to dollar store, you go to the toy section or you go to the book aisle and you scan the books and you look at the condition of books and you go, those are really like great condition. And you scan them and you're looking for books that are going to make you some money, $5, $10, $20, whatever it is. And you just put in the cart, however many books, get 10 books. It might cost you $40 or it might cost you $30 for 10 books. Brand new condition. Maybe they have the little black mark on the bottom. Don't worry about that. Just brand new condition. They're ready to go. They're in mint condition. They're ready. They're not even opened. People didn't even open to look into them. They're ready to go. And then in the toy section, maybe you find like 5 or 6 different toys that seem to be popular. The rank might be higher. It might be like 70K, or it might be like 80K, 80,000 rank. And you're like contemplating, these are kind of high, but you know what? The profit, like these are going to sell for, I'll give you an example. I was at a dollar store and they had Star Wars, they had a bunch of different characters, but they had Star Wars Yoda Yoda, of all characters, a plush toy in a box, Star Wars Yoda. And it's like 6 or 8 inches, maybe 6 inches big. And it's also a talking Yoda. You push the belly and it spits out Yoda isms. The work you do must accompany the money you make, or whatever he's saying. Like, put in the work, achieve your dream. He spits out like 15 different Yoda sayings. That is a popular toy. It doesn't take a genius to go, that's going to sell. Those toys were selling for $4 at the dollar store, for $4. But on Amazon, that toy was selling for $35. At $35, Amazon takes 15%, which, let's do the math. 35 at 15 is $3.50 plus half. $1.75 is 0 carry to 1 is 4 is 11 carry to 1 is $2.10. No, sorry, what am I doing? $3.50 in $1.75 is 5 carry nothing. 12 2 carry to 1 is $5.25 commission that Amazon get at 15%. So Amazon takes a $5 commission, and then their pick and pack fee for the product wasn't too big. Pick and pack meaning they'll put it in the box for you, put the stuffing in there, they'll put the toy in there, they'll put the shipping label, they'll ship it to your customer, and they'll pay for the cost. Pick and pack, P&P, maybe $6, $5.75, $6, something like that. Probably $5.75 for their pick and pack fee. So $5.75 plus $6.25 equals $11. So $11 is Amazon's FBA fee. Okay, you sold it for $35 or $33.50 is kind of in the range. So let's just say $33.50 minus 11 equals $22.50. $22.50 gross profit minus your cost of goods, which are $4 plus tax, so $4.50 minus $4.50 equals $18 profit. You took $4.50, turned it into $22.50 essentially, because you're getting your $4.50 back. So you took $4.50 and quadruple, then quadcinkled it, whatever. You 5x'd it. You 5x'd your money with that one product. Okay. Now, I did have to use another fundamental in grass, which is running my ad. I have a 5-cent ad that I teach. In essence, I take a lot of products, I put it in an ad through Amazon. I spend 5 cents a click. Even if someone clicks it 100 times, all I would spend is $5. I guarantee if someone clicked Yoda 100 times, I'd probably sell one every 20, so 5. 5 times 18 is 50 plus 9, it's $90. I'd make $90 profit, and I'd spend $5 to make that $90. I'd spend $5, so I'd come out with $85 running that 5-cent ad. So I had to run a 5-cent ad. I had to run. I did have to run my auto pricer, which is free, and that was it. Part of the fundamentals of grass, which I teach to all my students in the club, effectively made. I end up buying as many of those Yodas as I could find at every store. They ended up getting sourced, but I think I got to about 10 of those. I think I might still have 2 or 3 left in inventory, but I think I sold at least 7 or 8. Every week I sell one. Every week I make $18 off that one product. Now, that's not enough for sellers doing retail arbitrage. That's why you need lots of inventory like that. That's why you need to go find a lot of $4 inventory just like that. If you have 10 products just like that are just selling the same frequency one every week, that's $900. That's $18 a week times 10. That's $180 a week that you would make off of 10 products just like that. What if you had 100 products just like that? Again, I'm doing 600 units of inventory. Maybe it seems like so for example, my last retail arbitrage just finished today that we just created a UPS pickup for that'll come on Monday. Already on week 3 for sourcing, but my last shipment that's all prepped in it, 583 units, 60 different things. So 60 different things, 583 is less than one, so it's about an average of 10, an average of 10 units per item. Now, that's not what it is. I think we probably have such a range of volume, like of each. Like some products I went and bought, like one I bought 150 units. Another one I think we had reached about 60 units. Some things at about 20, 25, 30 units. And then a lot of things at like 2, 5 across the board. A lot of 5s, a lot of 2 testers. Like, I want to test this product. This looks good. High rank, good profit. I want to run an ad on this bad boy. See if I can leverage it. When you run an ad on your product, it takes it from page fucking 20 that will never get seen, and it brings it to page 1, page 3, page 7, over here, over there, everywhere. Impressions are what you are getting because you're running the ad. What is an impression? When you do a search, it's what you see. That's an impression. When you do a search, it's what you see. So you can get free impressions. Like if I do a search for, Lakers cups. I want Lakers cups. If I do a search for Lakers cups, whatever products I see are going to be the impressions that they're getting. Some people just are great at optimizing the product to appear on page 1 for every keyword that I type in. If I type in Lakers, if I type in Slurpee cups, if I type in Los Angeles cups, Los Angeles Lakers cups, all these different keyword strings, that cup will appear on page 1 if you're great at it. And that's the number one thing you got to get great at if you're doing private label. Not so much with retail arbitrage, although you can optimize your listings. Okay, but at the end of the day, just start doing the math in your head. This is a fantastic business for making money. For anyone, you don't have to have a college degree, a university degree. If you worked at Aritzia, or if you worked at Champs or Foot Locker, you already have 50% of the knowledge it takes to start an Amazon business, because you know what sells really well in those stores. Fuck, you already have an advantage over other people. If you work at Superstore, if you're a stock boy at Superstore or a stock girl at Superstore and you stock the shelves, but it sucks for you because you have to go to work at 8 p.m. and you don't get off until 4 a.m. and you've been doing it for years and you hate your job and you hate your life and you're only working at Superstore and you need to make more money. Even though they're a union job, you just need to make more money because it takes 800 hours to get your next raise, and you don't think you want to be there for another 5 hours. You have an advantage on everybody else because you stock the shelves at Superstore. You know what you're replenishing. You know the products that you're replenishing on those shelves that are actually moving. You know the inventory that is swimming. Swimming is this. Swimming is products that move. Source what inventory moves. You know what inventory is moving. I work at a retailer in the fitness industry. I know the hottest products in the industry. I know the products that people buy. I have an advantage because I know what people buy and I know what they don't buy. So I have an advantage. So I can then go and source those products or look into my niche and go, oh, that's a good one. And oh, that's a good one. And I'm already experienced in the world of retail. So retail arbitrage, 50% of the word is retail. The other 50% is arbitrage, which is shopping for discounts, deals, and trending products. Say it over. Discounts, deals, and trending products. That's what arbitrage is. If you can find a place that is got clearance sections that are clearing products out for 80% off, if you're great at finding places that offer 50, 60, 70, 80% discounts on their products, if you are already a person who loves shopping, ladies, if you are a person who loves shopping, selling on Amazon is the other 50, that's the other 50% of the skill. Now, let's say you work in retail, you work at Lululemon, or you work at, you know, Home Depot, or you work at, Toys R Us. You have the first 50% of the skill it takes because you are involved in the day-to-day operations. You get to see what people come in to shop for. And then if the other 50% of the world, or your world, is you love to shop, you love to go to the mall, you love to go to Walmart, you love dollar store shopping, you love unique store shopping. If you love shopping, you literally are 100% qualified to not only just sell on Amazon, but to successfully start an Amazon store that will do $1 million a year. Most people like you and me, the reason we didn't do this, one, is because we didn't know what retail arbitrage is. We didn't know Amazon is actually a store designed by sellers. It's a store built on third-party sellers. We didn't actually know that. I didn't know Amazon. I thought when you buy from Amazon, you're buying from Amazon's warehouses and it's Amazon's owned inventory. That's only 75% of the case. The warehouses are owned by Amazon. You're buying off of Amazon, but the inventory, not all of it, only half of it or a portion of it is owned by Amazon. The other half is owned by sellers, third-party sellers, who ship their inventory to Amazon and allow Amazon to sell their inventory on their platform. So the concept is repeated now by places like Walmart. eBay was originally an originator of it, but you don't ship your products to eBay. On eBay, you ship direct to the customer. So that business model is you just take the inventory that you source. So if you love shopping, then you're gonna love selling on Amazon, because arbitrage is the skill of finding great deals, finding discount products or products on sale, or products that are trending. Like right now is wrapping up to toy season. And if you start selling right now, you're starting in the busiest time there is to sell on Amazon. You're starting in Q4, fourth quarter, which is the month of October, November, and December, which is where 3x volume is done on Amazon. I don't even know what the numbers is, but if they did $180 billion in sales, divide that by, so if divide that by divide that by 4, which is 45 billion per quarter, and then times 45 by 3, which is 90, is $135 billion are done in the fourth quarter. And then take the rest, 135 billion in the fourth quarter, 45 billion are done in the other 3 quarters, essentially. So then you do a 45 billion, divide that by 3 is whatever it is, 18 billion or something like that per quarter. And all of a sudden you go to $100 billion quarter. That's where sellers, there are some cheat sellers, they're cheaters. They literally jump in on the fourth quarter and jump out. Make all their money in the fourth quarter, launch what I'm doing, 600 units every week to Amazon, just prime, feed the beast of Amazon with inventory, and then jump out. Let me see if there's any comments here. No comments. Everyone's sleeping on a Friday night. Is everyone partying right now? That's crazy. But at the end of the day, you got to feed the beast. And so the goals are that simple. Get inventory to Amazon. Apply the system of grass. Grow your inventory. Run your auto pricer. Advertise. swim, which is sell the inventory that's moving of the inventory that you sent, and then scan everything. Right. So next up, we're on week 2. We've done 583 units. Week 3 is already in action up until Wednesday. So we're going Wednesday through till Tuesday. We're on week 3 coming up. So again, the same goal repeats itself. We're trying to get 600 units. So I wanted to talk about stores that you can source from and give you guys some stores in this video and share those with you. Everybody knows that I do a lot of Dollarama shopping, and we get a lot of inventory from there. Really, like if we were able to maximize our inventory, we'd be buying $4 products from Dollarama that are super hot. We'd be spending $2,400 per week at Dollarama. Now we'll luck out, and sometimes we'll find products that are $1, and we'll buy a ton of inventory from them. If you were lucky, you would buy 600 units at $1 a unit and only spend $600 and get all that inventory to Amazon. You can do that at other dollar stores. You can go to Dollar Tree, so that's a great store. Their inventory there is $1.25. So again, $1.25, 600 units. So $1.25 plus taxes is $1.40. Times that by 600 units, that is essentially $900 approximately. If you go to $1.50, it's about $900 that would cost you. Your goal does not have to be the same as my goal. You do not need to put together a 600 inventory, 600 units per week. You can go at 100 units. You can go at 50 units. The point is, you want to be consistent. You want to ship your inventory to Amazon every week, and you want to have that same number so that drives consistency. So if it's 600, you want to do 600 units every time. It's if your goal is just 50, then you want to do 50 units every time. So Dollar Tree would obviously substantially cut into, but you're not going to find a lot of easy to find inventory there. It's really a tough place to find inventory that you're going to that's going to be recognized as a profitable product. Not to say it can't be done. You just got to scan everything when you go into these prices. So you're dedicating time when you're in these stores to scanning products and scanning everything that you see. But I will say this, when you go into Dollar Trees in your area, the best products that have come out of there for me have been their books. Their books are actually, a lot of times, they're even unmarked, and they're still in great condition. And you, again, for $1.40, you can get a title that might sell for $20 to $40 with profits of $10 to $25 a book. Ranks might get up there though. The ranks might get into the hundreds of thousands in ranks. Some being in a, like for me, I like to stick under 300,000, but I will not hesitate to buy a book at 500,000 if it has $20, $30 profit, and I'll sit on that inventory for a few days. I won't buy a lot, but I'll buy some. Asking me more questions. If anything that I'm talking about right now resonates with you, just comment below. I will respond, but I love the questions because it helps me, teach, and it helps me learn myself by answering your guys' questions. So just hit me up with a question. So Dollar Tree, great for that type of product. What other product would be good? There's always going to be some brand name products there. We last year found some toothbrushes, some WWE toothbrushes, $1, selling for $12.99. We found some pens, Star Wars pens, $1, selling for $16.99. Really nice quality, like kind of like this heavy duty pen, but because it's branded with Star Wars on it and had a special name, really optimized well, and the listing was optimized well. That sold. We still have some of that inventory, but it's not the most, like I'll give you an example. Dollar Tree would be on a scale of 1 to 10 as far as how fast the product would sell if you were to source it, would be like a 2.5. Books would be a little bit higher, maybe like a 5. I've never sourced anything from there, although I have created listings of products from there, a couple of listings of products from there. that I have peak seasons where they're up like a 7 as far as volume. Like I sell 4 or 5 a day. And I've created some bundles of 2 or 3 of the same products so people get value. I'm only spending less than $4, and I've created good volume and made some good money. But that takes some skill. You need to learn about that, and that's the whole point of the C Cash Club, CCASH, Coach Chrispect, Amazon Selling Hustle. Join the club. Link is in somewhere. Go on my Facebook or go on my Instagram, or probably in the description below. I did see a comment come up. Give me a sec here. Bam. Live chat. Kev says BC Dollaramas seem to have inventory that other provinces don't have. Do you believe that retail arbitrage can be as lucrative in eastern provinces? Well,
no, because I was at Halifax. You had the same stuff. There was the same stuff there.
So in Halifax, which is the east as you can almost get, my wife says they have the same stuff in Halifax, and she was just there 2 or 3 weeks ago, so not that long ago. So
there's nothing special like extra.
The inventory is the same across the board. It's Dollarama. Dollarama is the largest liquidation, the largest company that liquidates inventory from other companies out there. So they buy inventory, they source it for really cheap, they distribute it across the board. And not that I've shopped there, but my wife has been to Toronto, she's been to Winnipeg, she's been to Halifax just in the last 3 weeks, and the inventory is the same. Now, let's say that inventory weren't the same, and let's say you were right. I'd be very weary of the Dollarama business model. It just does not make any sense, because Toronto has 3x the amount of people that we have in BC. Montreal has 1/4 the population of Canada. Would it make sense to just have the good inventory in BC and the bad inventory in the East Coast? Probably not. So I don't know that that's the case. But if that were the case, I'd probably then, still scan everything in the Dollarama. Because look, at the end of the day, they have really good inventory. A lot of the inventory is really good. We have commodities we buy from there that we sell 5, 10 a day. Not for as much profit, but we sell a ton of volume. Hope that answers your question. So Dollar Tree, on a scale of 1 to 10, probably on average a 3 in terms of how fast it sells. In comparison, like a 9 or an 8 would be like a place like Walmart, as far as comparing how fast your inventory would turn around. Because when you're at Walmart and you're scanning their products, it's a very relevant product. Walmart also, there's layers to this. Walmart's systems and their tools for their inventory buying is very calculated. They have robots or bots in place that monitor the inventory they are selling and don't sell, and only rebuy the inventory that is selling and ditch the inventory that's not selling. It's swim all over. It's the first S in grass. Sell what inventory is moving. It's just that Walmart has billions of dollars to create an app or a system or a program that just automatically buys it for them. Man, if I had that program, I would be all over that. Maybe I'll create that app one day. So imagine buying from a company that's already doing it, and now you're buying their stock that they're just clearing out. So first off, that stock was popular, and then second off, you're buying it at a deep discount. So you're doing the arbitrage part of retail arbitrage. You're buying deep discounted product that they're clearing out. We were never really Walmart shoppers. We never really did our arbitrage at Walmart. We stuck with Dollarama, but during this 13 weeks, we are going to be hammering places like Walmart for their inventory. So in 13 weeks, what I'm going to learn is probably going to be tenfold what other sellers would be able to learn in the same period of time, just because of all the experience that I have looking for the products. So make sure you hit that notification bell. I don't know where it is. And tune in when I go live. I might be going live in stores. And if you subscribe, you enter in a draw for free access to Ccash, which includes my course, hundreds and hundreds of videos, access to all the products I'm selling on a daily basis on Amazon. I do live product reveals all the time on that channel. Tons of tips and tricks and advice. Nothing but great testimonies from all my students there. So jump on that. Make sure you subscribe right now and hit that bell, because the only way you'll find out if you won is if you hit that notification bell. Next store, so we talk a little bit about Walmart and how powerful it is. Walmart, being the third store, is a highly sourced store, so there's a lot of competition. A lot of the people that you will be, it's like Starbucks. Think about it this way. You could open a Starbucks, and I've seen it in Vancouver on Robson Street, where there's been 5 Starbucks within 2-block radius, drawing in hundreds and thousands of customers a day, thousands and thousands of customers every day. There's no, even though there's competition and there's other sellers and arbitrage shoppers, people sourcing from Walmarts, you can have all that competition and still do well, and still make money. So don't get it in your head that that's a bad thing. It just means selling on Amazon works. And there's room for everybody in the same block. You could be in the same store, which rarely ever happens. I don't think it's ever happened for me. But Walmart being a great place, obviously the store is gigantic. There's maps everywhere of all the different niches and areas that you can source product. Again, the top 5 products, and I'll say it again right now because I haven't said it yet, or I think I said it once. Electronics. Well, that's not the top, so let's just go with the top. So books, toys. Let me just start a new page here. Books, toys, electronics, baby, and above books I actually put the word commodities. I don't really have a pecking order per se, but these are the 5 targeted areas of the store I go to the most. Commodities, books, toys, electronics, and baby. Commodities, books, toys, electronics, and baby. I might hit a store and be in toys for an hour sourcing and then leave the store and not go to any of the other locations. But if you're new to selling on Amazon and you want to be efficient with your time, then you need to go to all these locations and scan everything, because you're going to scan 30 or 40 things and find 2 or 3 things that are just hot on Amazon, and that's how you're going to grow your inventory. And then you might scan 10 new things and go, holy smack, 5 of them are awesome, right? So that's how you grow your inventories, by scanning everything. So commodities are products like everyday products that people use on a day-to-day basis, like paper towels. It's as simple as that. You might find paper towels on Amazon are clearance, where you can get 6 packs for 97 cents of whatever, that on Amazon are selling for $12.99 or $14.99, and people will pay that because they don't want to go to the store, so they're willing to pay the $7 shipping, because they're bundling it with other stuff that they're buying, or they have Prime and it's free shipping, and so in their head they're like, oh, it's all relative to them. So commodities like cleaning supplies and anything people use, food would fall under that. Anything that people use over and over and over, or might buy 3 or 4 at a time of, or you'll see sales of 5 to 10 units every day or more. That's the number 1 product that you want to go search. And then you want to go to the book aisle. Books, you're going to be able to grow your inventory relatively fast if you can find stores that have a clearance section, 80% off these books that normally sell for $35 on Amazon or $40, but you can get it for $7.99 or $5.99 or $4 or $3, whatever the case may be. You want to look for new mint books. Books are very profitable, and books are a very quick seller on Amazon. They'll sell really fast for you, and you'll see weekly returns from your books. I bet you if somebody goes out right now in this video, they're watching this video, and tomorrow you go out and you source 20 new books, and by today being the 13th, let's say by next week, so the 20th, you ship all those books to Amazon, I guarantee you within you'll have a paycheck, your first 2-week paycheck. Guarantee it. If you do that, leave a comment below. Let me know if it works. I know it'll work. I guarantee it. If you if you scan all the books on your bookshelf, let's say you have a library at home and you have 100 different books, or you or an avid reader and you have 500 books, scan every book. Pick out the books you've never read in a few years, put them in a pile, then find the ones that are profitable, whether they make you $2 or they make you $10. Just put it in a pile. Try to write down a number of like $100. How many books does it take you to get to $100? Maybe it'll take you 30 books. Put those 30 books in a box. It'll cost you 30 cents to ship those books to Amazon, 30 cents per book. Not even. 30 cents a book. 10 is $3. Yeah, it'll cost you about $10 to ship those books to Amazon. That big box probably weighs about 25 kilograms. It'll cost you $10, maybe a little bit more, maybe $15. But you're going to turn around and sell that for $1.50 to $5 to $10 profit per book, depending on the popularity of the book, or the maybe not the popularity, maybe the high demand of that book because it's not available. So it just depends on where that book falls. The next one is toys. So commodities, books, and then toys. I had to toy because I can buy toys. So this is where the word arbitrage comes into play. So retail, all the stores in the world, arbitrage. You got to be great at shopping for deep discounts, products that are on sale, and trending products. Trending products are this. Let's say a company launches a product, it's like amazing. 2 years ago, I did LOL Toys. That's when it came out. LOL Toys was the hottest toy in the market. 7 months before 2 years ago, I said LOL Toys would be the hottest selling toy in the toy section during Christmas. I went and sourced a bunch of toys. I went and got unrestricted for the product, went sourced a bunch of toys and made a whack load. We ended up sourcing like $5,000 worth of inventory from those toys. We ended up reselling it for a lot more money, a lot more profit. We paid full price for the toy. We were able to then resell it on Amazon for double the amount. So trending products sell for double, if not more, than what you buy it for full retail. Meaning the inventory is going to be available everywhere you go. It's going to be full price in the store that you buy them at. The hot LOL toy, we bought them for $100 a toy. We were reselling them on Amazon for upwards $220 per unit because it was the hottest product on the market. And there are so many of those products at places like Walmart that are just regular price, but when you scan them, they resell on Amazon for double, and so you're making, and not just double, but not only that, but they're topping the charts on the Amazon billboard, meaning they're low rank, like they're number, top 100 toy or top 10, meaning Amazon sell roughly 500 to 1,000 to 5,000 units every month. It's easy to do the math if you count the amount of sellers there are. You check your if you're into expanding your business, you buy Jungle Scout. You run the numbers to see how much that product sells per month, and then you do the math because Jungle Scout actually shows you how much this ranked product in this category sell per month. The number one ranked product in the toy category sells in Canada roughly 5,000 units per month. In the US, I think it's up 40,000 units per month. If you can wrap your brain around that, if there's 10 sellers at 5,000 per month of the number one ranked toy, that's 500 units per month. You could legitimately send to Amazon and sell every month. You could sell more if you have the best price, right? So toys often have trending, and then there are categories in toys that are clearance and blowout categories, and you can make a lot of money with the toy niche, especially in this quarter, because people are buying now for Christmas. People are buying their toys and their gift ideas now and shipping them to Amazon, but consumers are already buying now. It's September, they're already buying their presents now. So think about that. Cancel that. Let me just see if there's anything here. No one's chatting today. Everyone's popping in and out. Say hi. At least say hi. Hey, what's going on? It's so and so. Smash that like button right now. Is it a full moon?
It's harvest moon.
No one's out. Why would you be out watching the moon when you could be building your business? Next up, so commodities, books, toys, and then one of the most profitable categories that you can make per unit is the electronics category. Electronics category in the retail arbitrage world. So you go into any electronics store, you start scanning in those stores, you're gonna find a lot of products that are super profitable. And what electronic can be anything computer related, can be anything digital related. Digital is hard to sell. A lot of digital is gated, but I mean, as far as digital, I just mean things for your phones, computer related, home related. You know, there's commodities and electronics that people buy very frequently that they have to use on a a day-to-day basis. And then there's really popular hot products that people want. And then there's with electronics like video games. There's nostalgic stuff. There's old stuff. You can sell used and new in the electronics. You can go into the record business. You can stay in the video game business. You can go into the DVD business, the movie business. There's so much profit to be made in the electronics niche. And again, the volume is there. It's in every store that you go to. Even a Dollarama is an electronics section. So it's easy to source from that section. You just have to go and scan your products there. And then the fifth product that I put on there, and there were a lot to choose from. It'd be about 10%, a little less than 10% of the volume of the products that we do. But I decided to put the baby product in as the fifth one. I could have honestly put like a lot of other product areas. I could have put seasonal as the fifth one and just said, look, check your seasons, be proactive on seasonal stuff. I could have put kitchen. I could have put, clothing. There's so many things, but the reason I put baby in there is because baby, for most new sellers, is restricted. So by putting it there, when you go to scan baby, it says, oh, you're restricted for this category. You can't sell in this category, baby category. But baby is actually relatively an automatic approval category when you apply for it. You just have to have sales under your belt, meaning you have to have sold some stuff, and Amazon has to see your account as being an account that actually is a legitimate account, a professional account. So one, you have to be a pro seller, or you should be a pro seller. Two, you have to start having sent in inventory, and your inventory has to be selling. So there's some metrics for Amazon to look at, or the Amazon bot, because the approval happens within 5 seconds of you applying for approval. And then once you're kind of get your sales, your feet are wet and you're selling products and you're a pro shopper. The reason I put baby is because baby has toys, it has clothing, it has baby products, it has a kind of a niche within a niche, a lot of different choices within that niche. So versus me just putting clothing, you'd just be getting clothing. Or if me just putting pet, you'd just be getting pet, right? So baby has sub niches, and a lot of them. They have commodities, they have clothes, they have toys, they have specific baby things, they have huge trending products in baby you can find in every store. So that's why I put it as the fifth most effective place to source your inventory from. Again, it's gated, so you got to apply. I wouldn't recommend applying until you've reached a certain amount of volume, or at least sold for a month and have a decent amount of sales. If you apply and you get declined or not approved, then wait and apply again. And if you look on my YouTube channel, I think there's a few videos where I apply to get ungated for the baby niche. I think there's one video on there for the baby niche. So just search my channel. You might find that on how to apply to get unrestricted for that particular niche. So back to the goals. 80,000. We are shooting for $1 million in sales this year, and we're growing our inventory for 10 to 13 weeks. Our goal is 600 units per week. The system, we will focus on is grass. Grow your inventory. Run auto pricer. Advertise. Swim. Source what's moving. Resource what's moving. And then scan everything to keep growing our inventory. More stores. So we've talked about 3 different stores. We talked about Dollar Tree, Walmart, and Dollarama. Being Walmart and Dollarama having brand name products that sell for a variety of prices that are very profitable. Dollarama, I'll just say one more thing. You have to hit up multiple Dollaramas. So here's a quick trick. Type in the word Dollarama near me into your phone. It'll bring up all the locations and then screenshot it and save that to your phone so you have a general idea of where they all are. You can do that for every brand or every store brand that you want to source from, and create your shopping list of stores that you're going to shop from. So your location list. You know, you want to get your location lists up to 15 to 20 different stores that you plan to start buying from. Next on the list is Home Depot. Go there, scan there. They have clearance sections. They have popular brands. They have commodities. They have electronics. They have it all there. Next store, number 5, is London Drugs. So in Canada, London Drugs, or any kind of drugstore, Rexall, I don't know what, Walgreens in the US, they're all awesome. Again, they have a lot of different aisles, a lot to choose from, a lot of clearance products, a lot of stuff that's on sale, 50% off, shampoos. Go up and down the shampoo aisle. You'll find a product or two that are hot, decent ranks, profitable, that you'll sell 2 or 3 every time a customer buys it. Like, customers don't just buy one. They'll buy 2 or 3. London Drugs is one that I put because London Drugs has a great toy aisle, different stores. They have a great commodities aisle. I don't think I'm going to source this product anymore, but I'll give you a product that might interest you. The syrup for the Coca-Cola machines that make homemade Coca-Cola. The syrup is actually a product that normally sells everywhere for $5, $4.99, $5.99. But when you scan it, it resells on Amazon, especially the popular ones like root beer and Coca-Cola or Diet Coke or Diet this or whatever. Resell on Amazon for $16.99, $19.99. So you can make $4 or $5 a sale. Even if you made $2 a sale, a lot of the people who are buying that product will buy multiples. They'll buy 3 at a time, 5 at a time, 2 at a time. And you'll see a lot of sales go through in that sense. So interesting product, very cool product, available in a lot of places that you can sell. Every grocery store has them. Hot sauce being another one of them, is one of the most popular resold products from the grocery aisle on Amazon, because you can get a lot of cool brands out there that people haven't tried that want to try. So sometimes with the hot sauces though, you might have to create your own listings. Think about that. So Dollar Tree, Walmart, Dollarama, Home Depot, London Drugs or drugstores. So Shoppers Drugs Mart is another one in Canada that is excellent for discount and clearance areas. They do have toys. Great place to buy seasonal stuff. For example, Halloween's coming up. Halloween's going to end, and they clear out all their stuff, usually for 60 to 70% off. You can source a lot of that stuff, hold on to it, ship it to Amazon for the next season. Usually 3 months before the season begins, and you'll probably sell out of all your inventory. We did that one year. We did about 50 units from a Shoppers of costumes. We sourced it for like $10 a unit. When season came around, we ended up reselling it for $30 to $50 a unit. And quick sales, we were sold out of all of our inventory before Halloween even rolled around, so we weren't concerned. We didn't even have a single costume left. It actually, made me think, should I get into the costume business? I've seen YouTube videos of people in the costume industry that actually make millions of dollars selling just costumes just during the Halloween season. Shoppers Drug Mart would be store number 6. Store number 7. Let's see what store number 7 would be. That's universal. I mean, I'm gonna put this store, which is a combination of a grocery store slash an everything store, but it's the Real Canadian Superstore. I actually prefer the Real Canadian Superstore over Costco. Costco would be like probably store number 10 if I were to put it on this list as far as places I source the most inventory from. The Real Canadian Superstore, because it has so much, it just has everything, again, electronics, commodities, baby, toys, they all 5 are in there. That is a place to go, and they have their sales, they have their clearance. If you're smart, you would probably talk to management and ask them when they usually do their clearance on their toys and when is their clearance time. Sometimes you can get products that, like, we sourced My Little Pony, the big talking moving electronic one that sells for $130 every day in every store that you go to. I think it's by For Real or by one of those brands, and we were able to source them for like, I think it's $30, and they were reselling on Amazon, and it was trending, it was popular. They were reselling on Amazon for like 169 or 199, somewhere in that price, and we got them for $30. We were making out just under $100 profit per sale on those. Those are the big ones. So you can always, the problem with there is they don't advertise that stuff. You just got to hit, that store has got to be on your list of stores to go to, or stores similar to that to go to, and you're just gonna have to luck out and find that toy. Or toys like that, and just scan their toy up and down. I've made a lot of mistakes in that in that store too, though. I bought some inventory that was bad boy buys and got suckered into buying like multiples. Like, I thought it was a great deal. I thought I'd be making like 30, 40 bucks a unit. Turned out that the next day Amazon jumped on the listings that I bought from and tanked the price, and I was stuck with all this inventory and just basically dumped it for a loss. So it happens. You got to be careful, but that's why you need to make a comment below or message me or jump on my Instagram. So if you're in a store and you want to communicate, you want to chat, let me know. So store number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 was Real Canadian Superstore. Store number 8. Do you guys have any recommendations for store number 8? Hit me up in the comments. If you're new on here, put your name. Let me know where you're from. Or just put where you're from. Give me a shout out. Smash that like button right now. I see there's like 3 people on here. Smash that like button. And if you want to watch some good content, rewatch this video. If you want to join Ccash, Coach Chrispect's Amazon Selling Hustle, the club. The club includes everything. It's Club Med for selling on Amazon, retail arbitrage and private label, wholesale, hybrid, bundling, you name it. Facebook page is private. You got to sign up for the course. Put your email in there to gain access to the Facebook group. You will see every product. You will see product reveals on a weekly basis. You can literally just watch one video, go source the same thing, and start selling on Amazon and making some money. Store number 8. What would be a good store number 8 to share? I think I'm going to get to 10, 10 being Costco. We already know 10 is Costco. I have not really had success, so putting Costco on that list is not really a great idea. Not really had success with Costco products. I've bought products from there and resold it, but not successfully. Store number 9, better than Costco. I'm trying to think here. I do have my list. I wonder if I have my list in my book here. Give me a sec. See if you guys see here. So those are all the stuff that we talked about. I'm over an hour, so I'm going to be ending this one soon. Smash that like button. Okay. Here we go. Store number 8. This is a favorite. Actually, I like it. I don't go here often enough, but I like it when I go here. If you were on my Instagram the other day, following my stories, you've seen me go here. I did 6 different stores in one day, 6 types of store, and I happened to be at a Dollarama, and right beside it was this store. and I did a flash to it, it's Winners. So Winners, super hot stores, got everything. It's got some other niches that you probably would never have guessed to sell in. You know, cologne or stuff like that. I mean, you got to be careful with those niches because there's so much counterfeits. But Winners for toys and electronics and bedding and, you know, trending product, shoes, that is a great place to go to. We actually get a fair amount of products from Winners. Winners is like, if you're in the US, it's like Marshalls in the US.
Huh?
Winners in the US.
TJ Maxx.
TJ Maxx. It's like TJ Maxx. It just really is
Ross.
like Ross. Like those places. They're all in the same category. I think they're all owned by the same place. We have a Marshalls up here. We have like 3 or 4 of them. We have a Winners up here. So I'll put like Winners, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Ross, kind of that class. Winners, we have so many of them, so we can actually just do Winners and probably source from Winners an entire day. Marshalls, we only have like 3 of them, but I'll go to Marshalls usually for their shoes. I like Asics, I like Reebok, I like Under Armour, I like Nike. I'm like ungated for Adidas, all of those. Just started selling certain shoes that show up that actually have ranked. Shoes are hard in Canada because barely any of them are ever ranked. So it's kind of hard to find those shoes that people want to buy. And we have like places like Nike outlets and stuff like that, but I've constantly scanned in those places and just never found a shoe that was ranked good enough to invest the money. But I've never spent a ton of time. I'm sure if somebody spent a ton of time and just like, I want to be in the shoe niche, that's my game, they'd probably have a lot of success. But Winners, Marshalls, Ross, that's number 8 on the billboards for the top places to do your retail arbitrage. And you'll have a lot of success. You'll find a lot of products that you can get for a really good price and resell on Amazon for a decent. Again, it's not going to be $1, not going to be a couple bucks. Probably spending $5 to $10 a unit, but a lot of those products will resell for $30 to $50 price point, which is that impulse buy price point where customers don't have to think about it. They're just like, okay, it's $34.99. I'll just take it, and they just buy it. Usually after the $50 price point, like, that's $59.99. I got to think about it. I don't know if I want to spend $59.99. Unless it's shoes, then it changes, I can get these for $89. No, it's a good deal. These are normally $149, right? So people go through it in their head, right? So that impulse buy price point. So Dollar Tree, number 1, which is actually Dollarama is my number 1. I think Dollar Tree is my number 3. So I'm going to switch those. Dollarama is my number 1. Walmart number 2. Dollar Tree number 3. Home Depot number 4. London Drug number 5. Shoppers number 6. Real Canadian Superstore number 7. Winners, Marshalls, Ross number 8. Number 9. And I might actually blow up Costco because I honestly don't do a lot at Costco. But I'm going to put number 9. I'm thinking. Going to go through my notes again for you guys. If you have any comments, or let me know where you're from. Are you from East Coast, West Coast, Toronto, Winnipeg, Quebec, Nova Scotia, Washington, Canada, US? Throw a comment down. Okay. Let me go to this page here. Retail arbitrage. Walmart, Shoppers, Staples. Staples is my number 9. We actually go there. We do have success at Staples. We have a lot of success at Staples, although we probably only do it about once a month. It's rare if we hit it up twice a month. Probably only do Staples, which is essentially like Office Depot in the US. It's just school supplies, office supplies, printers. When we did our huge Canon, and I talk about Canon, we went into the Canon business. Staples was clearing out a model of Canons. We ended up sourcing 50 to 100 Canon printers for $30 that resold on Amazon for 170 to, or we sourced them from between $30 and $50 that resold on Amazon for 150 to $220, $230, we had a lot of success with those printers, and we ended up doing a lot of sourcing, 10 units, 5 units, 7 units. I went to all the Staples and bought as many of those. I mean, I think I hit 15 to 20 different Staples, and at one point bought like I think 11 or 12 from one store, and then end up tracking, just like Man Tracker, tracking those printers down. But they also have a lot of other profitable electronics and Staples that make us a lot of money. I'm not going to divulge the products that we've scored, but we've really scored some products we look at and we go, wow, that sold. We got that for $5. That made us a lot of money. So that's a hot one. It could probably be, if we were to go there more often, like we're going to do Walmarts and Winners for the next 12 weeks, probably the most, I think. Of obviously with Dollaramas, but we're going to do Walmarts and Winners probably the most. But I will probably add Staples into there a lot more frequent than we're going there, which is once a month, like I said, sometimes a little bit more. Why we don't do it as often is because I think it's seasonal, very seasonal when they do have big clearances. It's hit or miss a lot of times. Like when I was there last week, Thursday or something like that, I went and did one, nothing. Like went in there half an hour, nothing. So I get a lot of nothings in stores I go to. And there are some products where I scan, it's like supposed to be a blowout, and it's the same price it's selling on Amazon. So a little bit of demotivation there. But when you do find a hot products, or you do find hot sections, like I found a lot of as seen on TV products that for some people are skeptical. They don't always want to sell as seen on TV because they might get a strike or an IP claim. Is it IP claim? Intellectual property claim. So you have to be careful. You should look up the brands to see if they're claiming you or putting, putting in whatever they call it against you as a seller. You got to be careful of that stuff. But, and even when I did the printers, we sold printers, and then all of a sudden Canon decided to gate the category and I couldn't get undated. I just happened to figure out how to drop ship my inventory that was at Amazon to customers through another listing that was ungated. So I lucked out and actually made more money doing it the other way. It was funny because all I had to pay was a commission. I didn't have to pay, actually I did have to pay the pick and pack fee because I was drop shipping. But it was actually more money because I was charging shipping and handling, so I was charging more money, charging less for the printer. It was just making more money on it. They were only taking 15% off the price I was making, not the shipping. I believe that's how it worked. So if I was dropping my price to like $120 for the printer, I'd be paying like $15, plus two, maybe $17 commission, and then I would put the shipping at like $100. And I was shipping through Canada Post, which is like the cheapest way to never do UPS if you're shipping across Canada, big boxes, do Canada Post. Super tip. Okay, store number 10, we're crossing out Costco. Because Costco, really, honestly, I have never had success there. Maybe one day I will. And I have blown a lot of money in that store. Recently, I bought 30 units of a book that I thought was going to kill it. I haven't even sold a copy yet, so it might be another bad buy. However, Amazon has suppressed that listing. Not suppressed it, but they've basically, whatever, I forget what they call it, where they close it because they think you're selling it for too low. Come on, Amazon, I'm not selling it for too low. Stop closing my listings. But every time I drop the price, someone's got their price on auto. So, but I think the book will do great during this season. I'm pretty confident because it was such a low ranking, was such a great price too. I think I'll be okay. But that doesn't get Costco out of the hot water, so we have to replace Costco. What are we going to replace Costco with? If you have any ideas, let me know right now. Nancy, what is up? Fort McMurray. Are you working in the oil fields in Fort McMurray? Do you work in the oil niche? Is that right or wrong? I don't know. Maybe not. Just a question. Where's Fort McMurray? Northern Edmonton, Alberta. Northern Alberta. Where's Fort McMurray? Northern Alberta. Yeah. I know a lot of people were laid off of that industry. That's why they're all selling on Amazon. There was a lot of, there was the fire last year. That's true. Didn't shut down the industry though. That industry is too powerful. That's like longshoreman industry here. All right. I'm looking for number 10. What would be RA store number 10? I have some ideas. On my phone is actually a bunch of stores. I screenshot. I did the device I took and I gave to everybody. I screenshot every specific store. I did a search of the store with the word nearby. Showed all the stores in BC. Screenshotted it. I posted it on my Instagram. So if you're interested, jump on Instagram. The Wise Guy. WYSE. Guy on Instagram. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what store number 10 will be. Did I write down my hot list here? Nope. Save On, London Drugs, Walmart, Shoppers. Okay, let's brainstorm here. Let's brainstorm. I'm just going through the streets in my head and thinking about where I hit, where I go on a frequent basis.
Canadian Tire.
Canadian Tire. There you go. That probably is store number 10. Canadian Tire. We sourced a ton of toys from Canadian Tire probably 3 months ago. We hit some really good jackpots at Canadian Tire. Canadian Tire is known to have those sales 50% off all the time. So is no shortage of sales at Canadian Tire. 50% off, 40% off. Obviously it's toys, so trending products all the time. They obviously have a lot of different sections. Another popular section that we haven't really tried there yet, but I wouldn't mind scanning. I really scanned it at Walmart, found some gems, but didn't buy them. But I think we'll eventually get into the niche is the fishing or outdoor section. There's a lot of cool stuff in there, but I think it's seasonal. But Canadian Tire for its toys. I found some KT tape, which is athletic tape at Canadian Tire for $10. That resell on Amazon for $25. So I was able to find only at one location. So you do have to hit multiple locations because it seems like you'll see different inventory at different locations. They have clearance sections there. They're not that great, return sections and stuff like that. But, for the most part, if you check baby, electronics, again, the 5 categories that I talk about, baby, commodities. We do a lot of commodities through Canadian Tire. That is true. We actually do a lot of online arbitrage through Canadian Tire of the commodities that we buy. That is true as well. So we spend a decent amount of money at Canadian Tire per month. A couple of grand for sure, sourcing product there. It would probably not hit the 3 stores I'm going to do for the next 10 weeks, but would probably hit the next run. I'd probably pack it in with Dollarama, Canadian Tire, and like Shoppers is hit and miss, but London Drugs. I'd probably do those 3 the next quarter after, we'll probably hit London Drugs a lot again. And we always hit Dollarama a lot again these months. So not to say we're not going to go to these other stores, but just as our primary stores, we'll probably do that later on. All right, guys, it's been a 78-minute video. Thanks for sticking around and hanging out with me. Smash that like button right now. Link will be in the bio if you have any questions about my Amazon selling club course. Email me, Coach Chrispect, CHRISPECT @gmail.com, or message me on Instagram. I always respond, usually within 10 minutes of your message, but generally all the time within the day. So ask me your questions and I will get back to you. Thanks, guys. Bye.